covering every county. This is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Good afternoon. I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today. We begin today with troubling new allegations about former Today co-host Matt Lauer, revealed overnight. NBC's Morgan Radford reports.
For the first time, we're hearing from the woman whose complaint led to Matt Lauer's firing. The former NBC News employee, whose identity has been kept anonymous by NBC News at her request, is now speaking out publicly. The woman, Brooke Nevels, sat down with Ronan Farrow for his new book, Catch and Kill. NBC News has not obtained a copy of the book, but Variety did and released details of her interview overnight. In the book, Nevels alleges Lauer raped her in his hotel room at the 2014 Sochi Olympics. According to her account, she had been drinking heavily and went back to his room twice, once to retrieve her press credentials, which she says Lauer had taken as a joke, and a second time after he invited her back because, as Farrow writes, she had no reason to suspect Lauer would be anything but friendly based on prior experience. Once she was in his hotel room, Nevels alleges Lauer pushed her against the door and kissed her, before pushing her onto the bed, flipping her over, asking if she liked anal sex. Farrow writes, she said that she declined several times. According to Nevels, she was in the midst of telling him she wasn't interested again when he just did it. Nevels saying it was painful and that she wept silently into a pillow while it happened. Adding, when Lauer asked if she liked it, she said yes. Nevels also telling Farrow, it was non-consensual in the sense that I was too drunk to consent. Adding, it was non-consensual and that I said multiple times that I didn't want to have anal sex. Back in New York, according to Variety, Nevels told Farrow she had more sexual encounters with Lauer, saying she was terrified about the control he had over her career. Sources close to Lauer emphasized that she sometimes initiated contact, Farrow writes. Nevels, who had been working for former Today co-anchor Meredith Vieira at the Olympics in Sochi, eventually told Vieira in 2017, several years after the games, what had happened, according to the book. Vieira urged her to go to NBC Universal's Human Resources Department with a lawyer, which she did. The day after that meeting, Lauer was terminated by NBC for inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. Though Nevels had not wanted money, Farrow writes she went on medical leave in 2018 and was eventually paid 7 figures by NBC.
And that was Morgan Radford reporting. Turkey's military has launched its expected push into Syria with airstrikes hitting towns along the border between the two countries. Video from 2 towns just inside Syria showing smoke rising in the aftermath of airstrikes. Turkey has been massing troops for days in preparation for attack. Those fighters have long been allied with U.S. forces in the campaign to defeat ISIS in the region. Millions of dollars have been coming into the state since medical marijuana dispensaries have opened, but it's not just the state reaping the benefits of the money, but you as well. When people buy from a dispensary, your state tax is split into 2 different ways. The first is a 6.5% sales tax that's common with any type of purchase in Arkansas, but you're also paying a 4% state sales tax that goes to the National Cancer Research Institute. So far, the state has seen about $1.3 million in state taxes.
It's going to vary from community to community, but you do see money going back into these communities that have these dispensaries.
The money going back into the community is coming from your local sales tax, which will be unique to the area you live in. Arkansas Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin says the state needs to continue its focus on job growth. Griffin visited with members of the Miller County Republican Committee Tuesday. He said the natural state has made some strides competing with Texas and other states by lowering taxes, but Griffin said one thing that's holding the state back is lack of literacy.
If you cannot read, and you are more likely to end up in prison, you're more likely to end up unemployed, et cetera, et cetera. So we have got to treat our illiteracy as the emergency that it is.
The 2-term lieutenant governor confirmed earlier this year he plans to run for governor in the next race. Attorney General Leslie Rutledge is hosting a teen vaping summit in Bentonville today in an effort to work towards finding a solution to combat the crisis. It's the second one this week. Hundreds of people attended the summit in Little Rock on Monday. It's day 2 of the Unexpected at downtown Fort Smith. It's the 5th year for the event, which brings high-quality urban and contemporary art to the River Valley. Events will take place in the downtown footprint, creating an easily walkable experience, and will include hands-on activities for both adults and children.
A lot of the artworks to last, 7 or so years, depending on where they are within the landscape. Some of them occasionally will get more sun, and so we always are looking at ways that we can maintain the integrity of the artwork.
And the event runs through Saturday. Let's take a look back at this day in history. On this day in 1926, the National Broadcasting Corporation, better known as NBC, was formed. And in 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt approved an atomic program that would later become the Manhattan Project.